final WOD is WOD 3. It's called Isaiah 41:10. As you all know, this is for charity. It's for the Danielle Blanc Foundation, and we raise money for better women and children. So Isaiah 41:10 says, "Don't panic, I'm with you. There's no need to fear, for I am your God. I will give you strength. I will help you. I'll hold you steady. Keep a firm grip on you." So as we keep that in mind during these 3 workouts, we're going to go with 41:10, and that's 41 total reps for each round with a 10-minute AMRAP. So there's the 41:10 for you. Okay, first it is 5 GHD wall ball sit-ups. We've got 12 box jumps. For RX, it is 30 for the guys, 24 for the women. And then for scale and masters, it's 24 for the guys and 20 for the women. Then we move on to the alternating kettlebell snatches for RX. Okay, so we have a 10-minute AMRAP of 5 GHD wall balls for 14-pound wall ball for the guys, 10-pound wall ball for the women, and that is the RX division up on your GHD. For our scale and masters division, you'll be from the floor with an ab mat, and you have a 5-foot target with the 14 and 10-pound wall balls as well. Then you'll move on to box jumps. For RX division, we have 30-inch box, and for the females, we have a 24-inch box. It is 2 feet from the floor up on the box. We allow step-ups for the scaled and masters division with 24 inches for the guys and 20 just for the girls. For after the box jumps, you move on to your kettlebell snatches. It's alternating kettlebell snatches, 24 reps. Each arm counts as 1 rep. 55 pounds for the guys, 35 pounds for the girls for our RX division, and then for scale and masters it's 35 and 20. The GHD wall balls first. For the RX, Kobe's feet are securely locked into the GHD. The rip begins, you have the ball, you have to go all the way down, the ball touches the ground, come back up, and he reaches an 8-foot target, which on our wall here, it is the bottom of the white line. So that's 1 rep. Okay, a couple of no reps. If you go down and the ball does not touch the floor, he comes back up and he still goes for the target, that's a no rep. Or if he goes down, touches the floor, now I'm just making you all work, and misses the target, that's a no rep. So for the scale division and the masters division, you have a ab mat from the floor, and you're going to go back just like we did on the GHDs. The ball touches behind your head and you reach that 5-foot target. The ball does have to reach the line. It does not have to go completely over it, just as long as it touches the line here. Heels have to stay on the floor, and if they come off the floor, they will be a no rep. A couple of no reps would be heels came off the floor, that would be a no rep. Or if you go back, don't touch the ball this time. Go back. Ball doesn't completely touch the floor. She comes back up. She hits the target, but that would still be a no rep, and your judge will let you know for that. Okay? Now, then you move on. After your 5 reps, you move on to your box jumps. One quick addition to the GHD wall ball. You come up and hit the ball to the wall, and the ball drops. Your judge can pick the ball up for you, but it will be at their own speed, and that is your penalty for dropping the ball. If you choose to get off the GHD yourself and get the ball because you feel like you could do it quicker than your judge, that is your choice. So after your GHDs, you come over to your box and you do 12 box jumps. So for the RX, we've got 30 here for the guys, and go ahead and do one more. 2 feet to the floor, and at the top of the box, his knees and his hips are fully extended. And do a couple of no reps for me, Kobe. If you come all the way up and he doesn't fully lock out and he jumps off the box, that'll be a no rep as well. And then how about 1 foot leaving the ground at the same? There you go. Also a no rep. Okay, and then for the scale division, we do allow step ups, but as you can see, both knees and hips are locked out at the top, comes all the way up. Make it clear for your judge, that way there's no discretion, and then a couple of no reps for those divisions as well. Exactly, not fully locked out. Another no rep as well as for the multiple feet is if that 1 foot comes off the box before your other foot gets there. So if you're getting that speed, you have to make sure both feet come to the box and you're fully extended and locked out at the top. Again, make it very clear for your judge. All right, now we're going to talk about the kettlebell snatch, the alternating kettlebell snatches. It's 24 for the RX with a kettlebell, and then we'll go over the scaled and masters with the dumbbell. So Lots to go over here with the kettlebell snatch. Go ahead and show us a good rep for me. One fluid movement from the ground above his head. Let's do it again, and I'll show knees, hips, and arm is locked out. A couple of ways that you can do this that will be considered a rep. See how the kettlebell goes behind his wrist? Now show me one where the kettlebell just goes straight up. So full lockout. Up and down. That still is a good rep. Now, if you start to pull up here and you have to re-dip your arm to go up for the press, that is not a rep. That is a no rep, actually, because it's not the one fluid snatch movement. I'm sorry. Do you want a smaller term? Another thing, another no rep is if you do not come all the way back down to the ground and touch the ground before you alternate arms. Go ahead and do that for me.
Switch arms without touching the ground?
Right. Just like that. The kettlebell has to go all the way down to the ground. And if you drop the kettlebell from at all, that will be considered a no rep. Okay, now let's move on to the dumbbell. Okay, for the scaled and master's division, it's a lot of the same with the RX as well, except for we have a dumbbell, and it is 35 for the guys and 20 for the women. The dumbbell starts from the ground. One movement from ground up top, hips, knees, arms are locked out, but you're going to be switching during each one. A couple of no reps where your knees don't lock out. There you go. Very close, yeah. And then same thing with the dumbbell. You do not drop the dumbbell, or it will not be, or it won't count as a rep. And lastly, have a good time. Thanks. Good luck.